What's up, Earth Angels? My name is Tay, and I'm a psychic healer here on YouTube. Today we're going to do a pick a crystal reading all about your dream life. But first I need you to choose one of these three piles. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. You can go ahead and pause the video to see which crystal you feel drawn to the most. And once you pick your crystal, you can go ahead and go down to my description box where I will place all the timestamps for your pile. So you can just click on your timestamp and it takes you directly to your reading. All right, I'll see you in your pile. What's up, pile 1? If you chose this crystal, this is going to be a reading all about your dream life. So right off the bat, you have many layers to you, and your dream life has to do with something that is more adventurous. Like, it brings out the multiple layers that you have. It brings out the deeper parts of you that are not necessarily shown all the time. You're someone who wants to, be free and be able to go and jump off of a cliff into the water, or go and parasail or parachute. It's like extreme, like maybe like adrenaline, but it's not even like an adrenaline junkie. It's more so you're just somebody who loves adventure and a good time. Spirit, tell me about pile 1's dream life. Yeah, you're just on the go, okay? You're on the go, doing things, experiencing things, smelling different senses, meeting different people, experiencing different things that you've never done before, like eating different foods, hanging out with new cultures, being open and vulnerable to new connections, letting yourself be seen, letting yourself be heard, letting yourself be shown, getting close with people, like so many people from so many different places. You're someone who could go to the airport and meet somebody and get to know them and create a connection with them. And you're somebody who is, your dream life is a place where you never have to be the same person or fit a mold of a person or fit in a box of who you're supposed to be. For example, if you live somewhere where you're well known, or you've lived there for a long time and people have expectations of you, your dream life is to get away and not have these expectations, not have these placements put on you. People don't know who you are, and when they do know who you are, they still don't know exactly who you are because you have so many layers to you. It's like you're mysterious, and you want to keep that level of mysteriousness. You want to keep people wondering, like, oh, what are the deeper layers? Because you find excitement by that. You don't like to just be surface level or be like everyone else. Your dream life is also involves a lot of nature, involves you being in nature, being grounded a lot, being in the ocean, being, walking barefoot, hiking, being like on horses. Spirit, tap me into this. So part of your dream life is to help people who feel weak, who feel vulnerable, who feel undervalued, or they feel like they're not worthy. And you dream of helping people expand their wings, figure out who they are, and grow and move into a person that is just confident and feels worthy and feels capable and feels strong. So part of your dream life is to create this within others, but it's also to create it within yourself. Spirit, tell me more about pile 1's dream life. So your dream life is also involves you becoming a master at what you do. So Spirit, what is it that they want to master? What is it that pile 1 wants to master? It's like you want to know everything, but it's interesting because you dig deep and you love knowledge and you love learning, but there's something about you have real trouble like reading or listening. your mind is everywhere. You could have ADHD. Your mind is in the clouds. Your head is in the clouds. Maybe you're an air sign. You're just kind of all over the place. So you find it hard to sit and study and, like, in essence, in your head, master something. But Spirit is showing that in your dream life, you can achieve this dream life. And in your dream life, you will master things not necessarily by sitting and reading, but you'll master things by learning and teaching and putting the pieces together. Feeling, doing, not reading. It's more so feeling and doing and being and helping and talking. It's not necessarily sitting in a library and reading or listening to a book or a documentary. Spirit, tell me more about this dream life. Tell me more about this dream life. In your dream life, you will conquer yourself. You will conquer the mental health aspect that you deal with, the depression that you deal with, the anxiety that you deal with, the stage fright, the feelings of not being worthy. And it seems like this is a problem that you see in your life that you have a trouble getting a hold on sometimes. It seems like this is something that affects you negatively, and it's something that you're able to conquer each time it comes, but it's something that still haunts you and feels like you sit and you always, there's a part of you that's always kind of waiting for it to reoccur or for it to come back or for it to haunt you. And in your dream life, you've conquered this monster that, seems to haunt you and seems to pull you down. And you've moved beyond it. You've moved beyond it. And you're not letting it hurt you. You're not letting it affect you. You're not allowing it to stop you from what you want to do. And you're not allowing it to take over your life like maybe it has in the past. And in your dream life, you're moving past all these fears and you're becoming in the spotlight. You're becoming like the center of attention. Because it's not like you want to be the center of attention and, oh, look at me, I'm hot and sexy. It's like you want to be in the center spotlight because you have so much to say and do that can help others. You have things that people need to hear. So Spirit, is there anything else before we see how they can achieve this? Okay, Spirit, how can Pile 1 achieve this dream life? Okay, so how you can achieve this dream life is to get out of your comfort zone. Get out of the day-to-day life that everyone seems to be putting themselves in because it's safe and secure, but in reality it is just, it's exhausting you, but it's also dimming your light. It's putting you in a box where you're not meant to be and where you're not able to shine. Spirit wants you to understand that you're out of this world in the best way possible. And so if you're out of this world and you're trying to fit yourself into this world, you don't fit. And that's where this anxiety, this depression comes in. That's where this pain and suffering comes in. That's where you feel like you can't be authentic or who you are, or you have these standards to live up to. And Spirit is saying it's okay to step out of this box. It might feel uncomfortable stepping out of it, but you are going to feel so much more comfortable when you're out of it, when you're not in it. Spirit, how else can they reach their dream life? How can they achieve this dream life? Okay. So, meditation. Meditation 100%. Meditate. And there's something about your phone, like your phone does cloud your mind. And so spending minimal time on your phone and trying to do things that can clear your mind, and specifically meditation. And then another way that you can achieve this dream life is to create deeper connections with people, to allow yourself to be open to creating new friendships and being open and vulnerable and getting to know people, because that's where you, okay, so let's say you hang out with somebody and you say something and then they spark an idea from what you said, or vice versa, and you just start getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and your thoughts are just going and going and going, and you're bouncing off each other, and soon you have this grand idea, and this idea can help others as well. It's almost like maybe you'll end up doing a podcast or something with one of these people that you meet, and it's important for you to open up to other people, put yourself out there to network, to get to know people that you maybe wouldn't have gotten to know if, like, in the first place, you know? Because although you're very extroverted and outgoing, there's a sense about you that is very hermit or internal. And it's not because, it's like you're outgoing when you're comfortable and when you know people. But if you don't put yourself out there to create these relationships, or when you put yourself out of the box, you have to get uncomfortable by getting to know new people, because you're outgoing in your current situation. But when you're taken out of your current situation, it's a little bit harder. And so Spirit is saying you have to get out of your current situation, put yourself in a new environment. And when you're in this new environment, you have to work really hard to make new connections, meet new people, be open, be vulnerable, be who you are. Spirit, tell me, how else can they achieve this dream life? So we have these two. So journey inward and meet the deepest parts of yourself. Do the shadow work. If you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling depression coming on, tap in. Where do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it in your chest? Okay, what is this feeling? It's tightness. Okay, what's under this tightness? Oh, it's anger. What's under the anger? Oh, it's sadness. Where's this sadness coming from? I don't feel worthy. Why don't you feel worthy? When did this start? It's like digging deeper into these feelings and these emotions that you're holding onto your body. And there's another message about spending a lot of time with your animals. Spending a lot of time with your animals. And if you don't have animals, then maybe spending time with your friends' animals, or spending time in nature, or being around animals, because you're very much psychic, and your animals are going to actually speak to you, and they're going to, Spirit, what are the animals going to tell this pile? Well, they're for sure going to reassure you. They're going to give you confidence. They're going to give you love. They're going to give you positivity. They're going to give you like a push forward. So if you have animals, spend more time with them. They want to be around you. Spirit, how else can this person, pile one, these people in pile one, how else can pile one achieve their dream life? Okay, so we have birds. What are these birds about, Spirit? Here, we have the city, and we have this new identity. So, reinventing yourself, in a sense, reinventing who you are, no longer putting yourself in the mix, dressing like how other people dress. Staying with the style, staying with the in crowd. It's like you're standing out in a building full of business people, and you're out there wearing, you know, yoga pants or a flowy skirt or whatever it is. You're just different. You're different, and you're meant to be different. And it's important that you stand out, that you reinvent yourself, that you start becoming who you are, that you listen to those inner voices. Like, how do you want to cut your hair? What do you want to wear? How do you want to dress? What do you want to eat? You don't have to be the same as everyone else. And in order for you to live your dream life, You have to stand out because you were meant to stand out. So it's time for you to start dressing how you want, eating what you want, talking how you want, being who you want, not worrying about any standards or how people are going to judge you or how you're supposed to act or how you're supposed to be. Don't put these pressures on yourself. Don't put these standards, these ideas, these goals that you have to reach that are not yours. And I think removing yourself from your environment will allow you to do this, because this crystal is actually a crystal I bought to literally go like this on my aura at the end of the day, like energetically cleansing my body. This is like a crystal, I don't even remember what it's called, but this is a crystal that is like similar to a loofah. It's really actually hard, but it's like a loofah, like it's like scrubbing your energy. And it's almost similar to sage, and it's clearing your energy, and it's clearing all of the shit that people put on you throughout the day where you're just like, I can't take on this energy. And so getting out of the place that you've been in and reinventing yourself is how you achieve your dream life. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel. If you're interested, I do personal readings, I do Reiki healing, and I also host spiritual retreats. My next one is in Hawaii in October and November of this year, and I'm also a personal trainer. I do fitness programs. Everything is online on my website, or you can email me. Both the links are down below in the description. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye. What's up, pile 2? If you chose this amethyst crystal, this is going to be a reading all about your dream life. So first when I started tapping into your energy, I'm feeling this sense of nurturing, of children. It doesn't have to be children, it could be animals, but this sense of you are meant to nurture. Like, your dream life is to nurture others, to take care of others, to be there for others. So Spirit, tell me more about pile 2's dream life. You could be someone who wants to have a bunch of kids, who wants to have like an animal farm, who maybe you don't want to have a bunch. You could just be someone who wants to nurture like one person, or you want to be a soccer coach or a basketball coach or gymnastics coach or a teacher. You want to teach, how to do things, what to do, how to be prepared. Spirit, show me more. Yeah, you very well could be somebody who is a teacher, but it's also like you're somebody who wants to help people get out of danger or save people. This could be somebody who dreams of being a police officer, a firefighter, a rescuer, somebody who just dreams of taking care of others. There's like this big message of you just wanting to take care of others when people don't feel 100% safe or they feel like they need help. Yeah, somebody who just needs your help. This could be, you could want to be a nurse or want to be a preschool teacher. It's just somebody, you could, it doesn't even have to be related to your job. You could just be somebody who offers a helping hand. Somebody dies and you're at their house seeing what meals you can make for the family. It's like your dream life is to being of help to others, being of service to others, taking care of others, teaching others, allowing others to understand and learn how to work through their problems, counseling. This has a lot to do with jobs, but it's like teaching, helping people learn who they are and how to get through life, how to navigate it. You could be like a health coach or a life coach, learning how to navigate the tough waters, learning how to navigate the depression, being that person that is good at listening and doesn't have to be like, oh, do this. You teach people how to do things through your loving nature. And it's like your dream life is to be of service to so many people. This is like, this is beautiful. Spirit, tell me more about the dream life of pile 2. It's like helping people feel at ease. But another portion of your dream life is to have like a beautiful family life, to be married, to maybe potentially have kids and start a family. to have a connection, like to build connections or have a connection that runs deep, that allows you to feel that same nurturing love that you give to others. Okay, interesting. Those cards did not want to come out. Let's see. Okay. And there's a part of you that feels like maybe you can never achieve this. Like maybe this is just a fairy tale in your head, or this dream life that's not real. And it's something that maybe you feel like is going to kind of, you're going to be let down by. You're going to feel like, wow, like I can never achieve what I actually want. Spirit, tell me more about this. It's like something that feels like far-fetched or far-reached, and you feel like you see others achieving it, and you feel like it's just not necessarily, like you feel like it's a far away jump from you. It's a far away drive from you. It's something that is going to be really, really, really hard for you to achieve for some reason. It feels like you're looking in the wrong places and you don't know how to get there, but that's what your dream life entails. So Spirit, is there anything else here that you want to talk about? Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so there's something about you feeling like, how many times is this going to take me? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why does everyone get it on the first try? Why? What's different about me? You start to question yourself. You start to question your love. You have so much love to give, and not everyone lives in this love that you live in. And maybe you were left out as a child. Maybe people thought you were weird. Oh, like that person likes bugs or insects, or that person, you're weird, you're like not cool. And so you have these wounds from childhood that kind of made you feel not good enough, and made you feel like this dream life that you want to achieve is unachievable. And so while you have so much love to give, and while you are able to like let people find their way and get out of the dark, for some reason you feel like you don't realize the effect that you have on other people. And if you just poured that same love back into yourself, you could help yourself get out of the dark as well. You could become the mother that you want to be, or father, or nurturer, or wife, or husband, or partner, whoever it is. Spirit, show me, how can pile 2 achieve their dream life, Spirit? How can pile 2 achieve their dream life? How can pile 2 achieve their dream life? So how you can achieve your dream life is to start working on your solar plexus. This is the chakra in your tummy, 2 inches above your belly button. This has to do with your power, your confidence, your self-worth, and your abilities. And this chakra will empower you. And it's something that needs to be worked on, maybe through meditation, through working with colors. The color yellow actually is perfect for the solar plexus. By surrounding yourself with yellow, by giving yourself positive affirmations, by trying to see the true version of who you are. Spirit, how else can pile 2 achieve their dream life? How else can pile 2 achieve their dream life? Putting yourself out there more. You know, making yourself, I know you might feel vulnerable getting out, but putting yourself out there more, because in a sense you feel like you're trapped. You feel like you're in this place where you're never going to be seen or heard. And Spirit's saying, get out of your comfort zone. Maybe go to different places, different cities, meet different people. You know, it's like meeting people from the same spot. It's like you need to get out and get away and get out of where you've been. Like there's new energy that needs to come in. And Spirit, what is this cheetah about? Spirit, what is this about?
Okay, I found this on the web for What is the Cheetah About. Siri, what is this about? Check it out.
Okay. The cheetah and her companion. The cheetah continues to thrive. Okay, interesting. Okay. So Spirit is showing me that you are running. So we have like some, shadows here. We have some shadow work that needs to be done. And in order to find this companionship, this love, there's some shadows that have to be worked on, that you have to stop running from. You have to stop running from your shadow, and you have to face your shadow. You have to understand where these feelings of non-worthiness are coming from, these feelings of not feeling confident or feeling like you're not good enough, low self-esteem. Those are the things you have to face and you have to stop running from, because you can't mask these things. And by you not feeling worthy, you're going to continue to attract people who are not worthy of you. You're going to continue to attract people who don't value you because you're not valuing yourself. And so when you start to work on your self-worth and your self-value and your self-esteem, it raises your vibration and you start to attract the right types of people. That's why you're saying, oh, why is it taking me so many tries? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tries, when people can get it on their first try. And Spirit is saying, stop running from yourself. Start facing yourself. Start facing what issues you need to attend to internally that have to do with your self-love. The love that you give to others is perfectly beautiful, but the love you give to yourself is not the same. Spirit, what is this island about? Tell me more about this island. It's like when you start to do shadow work, you start to feel very alone, but Spirit wants you to remember that you are never alone. When you're with yourself, you're never alone. You are your own best friend, and you have to start believing it. You have to start feeling it. You have to start trusting yourself and believing in yourself and tending to yourself and nurturing yourself and loving yourself, and understand that you are your own best friend. You are never alone. When you're alone, you're with your best friend. You're with you. And so it's coming into this realization, allowing yourself to feel that love that you openly give to others. And it will allow you to find more peace. It will allow you to stop running from yourself, to stop running from your problems or trying to mask how you're feeling by covering it with relationships that are not necessarily serving you in the best way. So Spirit, how else can they achieve this? Are there any more? Okay, so how else you can achieve it is it's like starting to do things for yourself. Like when you do things, like let's say you shop for other people, or you go all out for other people, or you are willing to cook a great meal for other people, but when it comes to you, you're like, oh, I'll eat cup of noodle, I don't need anything nice. It's like pouring back into yourself, beginning to take care of yourself the way you take care of others, not just in a sense of, oh, you look great, oh, you're beautiful, or you're a great person, I love you, oh, here's a hug. You're also the one to give them great gifts for their birthday because they deserve it, but then when it comes to you just buying yourself a hand soap, you're like, I don't need this. And so Spirit's like, shop for yourself like you would for other people. Start buying yourself nice things like you do for other people. Start nurturing yourself like you do to other people. It's all about giving back to yourself. So Spirit, anything else here? Anything else? Okay. I think that these were all supposed to come out. So when you start to look within yourself, Spirit's saying you're going to find the inner beauty that you have. It might feel dark when you're going in. It might feel scary. It might feel like you're alone. But there's so much inner beauty and so many layers to you that you don't know about because you haven't faced them. You haven't opened up to them. You haven't allowed yourself to blossom. And when you open up these cupboards, these doors, these drawers, and you pull out different parts of you and different versions of you, you start to see how beautiful you truly are. And it opens this whole new perspective on who you are and what you have to offer the world, and allows you to tap into your dream life, allows you to feel worthy of your dream life, because now you're seeing who you really are. Maybe you didn't even really know who you were because you were so focused on other people. Spirit, is there anything else? Spirit wants you to start visualizing your dream life. What is it? Do you want to have 1,000 dogs on a dog farm? Do you want to have a beautiful relationship with someone who honors, loves, and respects you? Do you want to have a chef? Whatever it is, start tapping into every desire that you have, because you're so focused on other people's desires. You're not focused on your own desires, so your own desires are not coming to life. You are taking care of others, nurturing others. And maybe you're not using your throat chakra either. You're not necessarily using your voice, talking about how you feel, what you need, what your desires are. And Spirit wants you to start being a little bit more selfish. Selfish in the best way. Take care of yourself, honor yourself, respect yourself, get to know yourself, water yourself, buy yourself stuff. Understand what it is that you want. And start visualizing this life. Start visualizing, start seeing it, start believing you're worthy. It's all coming back to you. You deserve the love that you give to others. So start believing that you do. All right, this is a reading I have for you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like it. Please drop a comment so I know how it resonates. Please share it with your friends or subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate you. If you're interested in a personal reading or Reiki healing or spiritual retreats, my next retreat is in Hawaii in October and November of this year. Also, if you're interested in personal training, I'm a personal trainer as well. I have this all on my website right below. And I'll include that link as well as my email. You can hit me up either way. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. What's up, pile 3? If you chose this beautiful little crystal, this is going to be a reading all about your dream life. So right off the bat, your dream life has a lot to do with like introspection and quiet time and peace and connecting to Mother Gaia or Mother Earth, and just having a lot of peace. So Spirit, tell me more about pile 3's dream life. Spirit, tell me more about pile 3's dream life. Oh, just landed on my dog. Okay, so your dream life would have less work and more chill time. It's like less work, less stress, less sitting in an office, less wasting your day away or your life away is what I'm hearing, and more just being one with animals, with nature, just being more quiet, listening, learning, hearing the universe speak to you. It's like a very spiritual path. Spirit, tell me more about this. So there's a sense of you just want to run away from the day-to-day normal lifestyle that is like, oh, you work, you buy a house, you have a family, you stay in one place and pay off your house for 45 years, you retire, and then you have about 10 years until you die. It's like, you're like, I need to get the hell far away from that. Like, your dream is the opposite. You want to have freedom. You want to get up and go wherever you want to go. You want to be wherever you want to be. You want to be with your animals. You want to be out in nature. You want to hike on a work day. You want to relax on a work day. You want to go outside and get grounded. Spirit, tell me more about this dream life. The dream life of people around you, you're like, sounds like a nightmare to me. That sounds horrible. I want nothing to do with that. And Spirit, tell me more about this one. Tell me more about this card. There's a fear that you have. You have a fear of getting close to people because you feel like people have let you down. And so you visualize this life of peace, kind of more so alone or away from others. And Spirit wants you to kind of tap into that darkness and understand that life doesn't always have to be like that. There are people who let us down, but there are people who also make us better, make us happier, make us feel good, make us feel loved. And so Spirit just wants you to take that consideration into your dream life. But now we'll go back to what your dream life is in your mind. So Spirit, tell me more. But Spirit wants you to know that you can also include people. When you're watching this reading, you can rethink about it. You can be like, okay, you know what? My dream life is to have people, but I have this perspective on people that they always let me down, but maybe it's time to change my perspective, because when we have an idea and we put energy into this idea grows and it continues to be true again and again in our lives. So Spirit, tell me more about this. What else is pile 3's dream life? What else is pile 3's dream life? Learning some type of music. You might not realize this, but like sound healing, or you actually would be really good at it, and maybe you see it and you're like, I wish I could do that. And so that's part of your dream life, is to be more in tune with music, to be more in tune with sounds around you, whether it's nature or whether it's people or voices. It's like getting more in tune with sound is part of your dream. And it's interesting because as much as you hate this idea of like the normal day-to-day life, there is a part of you that also dreams of having like very luxurious things. And there's a part of you, it's like you feel like your dreams are conflicting, because there's parts of you, like you're like, oh, I don't want to work this job, but I do have these dreams of having luxurious things, and you think it's not attainable, and that's why you're like, oh, it's just a dream. But Spirit wants me to tell you that it is attainable. It is attainable to not have the normal day-to-day work-life structure where you're constantly on the go, in the office, wasting your life away, and from your words or your perspective, and still managing to make enough money to have this luxurious lifestyle where you can travel and you can do whatever you want. Spirit. Because you've never seen it done before, so it makes you feel scared, and it makes you feel like you can't achieve it. It makes you feel like you're trapped. It's like you don't want to sell yourself to the work world. You don't, it's like, that's like selling your soul to the devil in your eyes. You're like, I will not do it. I will not sit in an office. And you're like, in your mind, maybe that's the only way, but there's definitely a way to attain these dreams, and Spirit wants you to know that. Spirit, is there more? Is there more before we go on? One more shuffle. Is there any more before we go on? Okay. So now we're going to see, how can pile 3 attain their dreams, Spirit? Okay, so the birth of a new idea, birth of your ideas. You have so many ideas that are in your head that you don't think are good enough, and so you don't do them, you don't go for them. And Spirit's saying, go for all of these ideas. Whether one person shows up or 10 people shows up or 1,000 people show up, you have to start somewhere. Spirit, tell me more. Tell me more about this. You have to stop being afraid of failure. You have to just go for it and let yourself fail sometimes. Spirit, tap me into this a little bit more. Okay, so there's a part of you that feels safe. Well, you feel safe in nature. And going out into this real world and trying to sell yourself or market yourself is scary, because you feel like, oh, that's a dog-eat-dog world. You heard my dog barking. And you're just like, I don't want to be part of them. I don't like sales. It's like you're putting this idea on things that is not necessarily true. You're like, oh, I hate sales. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself in this position. But in reality, what you're selling is not necessarily like, oh, let me clean your windows, and something you don't believe in. What you're selling is what you do and who you are. And you do believe in who you are and what you're doing. And so that's your selling point. You don't even have to sell. So it's like getting out of this mindset that, oh, I hate this, I hate that, I'm not going to be able to attain it because of this. It's like taking off limiting beliefs from your life. And another way that you can attain these dreams is to, in a sense, reinvent yourself. But Spirit, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this, Spirit? Reinventing yourself just completely. It's like a whole new chapter of your life. It's like you have been this person that people view in a certain way your entire life, and it's like changing that perspective, changing the roles, no longer being in that mother, sister, daughter, friend role. It's like you're a human and you're just connecting and you're being vulnerable and you're being true, and you're not taking on too much in a role because it's your role. You're not allowing people to plug into you to revive their energy, and then you're left feeling hopeless and depressed and tired and anxious. It's like you're reinventing yourself and you're reinventing the roles. If you want to call me to connect with me and pour into me as I pour into you, then that's fine. But if you're calling me to plug into me and take from me, I can't do it. And so it's reinventing yourself and the roles that you have in your life so you're being charged and not drained. You're being taken care of and not taken advantage of, no matter if it's your family or not. Spirit, tell me more. How else can this pile achieve their dreams? Connect with water. Connect with nature. Be surrounded by nature, specifically water. Like literally go into a lake and meditate. Like don't be falling asleep in the lake or anything. Go into the ocean and meditate. Float there. Go into those float pods and float there and let the ideas flow. Let the creative energy flow and listen to it. You're so connected to the universe. You're so connected to nature, to spirit, to God, to oneness, and you have all these, it's like all of these ideas that will create abundance will just be handed to you in a sense if you listen. So you have to be able to put yourself and your mind in a space to receive. And when you're constantly being drained by others, being taken advantage by others, being like, hey, someone's calling you, they're crying, they need your help, they need you to fix their problems, they need you to make them feel better, you can't do it anymore. You have to you have to set a boundary and not let people cross that boundary. You have to only let people in who care about your well-being as well and want to make sure you're okay. They don't want to dump on you. They don't want to make you feel exhausted or drained and then they get off the phone feeling better. Spirit, tell me more. How can pile 3 achieve their dream life? Show me more. Anything else, Spirit? How else can they achieve their dream life? Spirit, what is this about? Okay, so Spirit wants you to ask yourself, what makes you feel dead inside? What legitimately takes away from you? Who takes away from you? What takes away from you? Is it watching certain things? Is it eating certain things? Is it talking to certain people? Is it listening to certain music? What makes you feel dead inside? What doesn't raise your vibration? What doesn't make you feel good? What doesn't, fill you up? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be serious. You have to really tap in and think about this, because there's a lot of things in your life that are just pulling from you, draining from you, taking away from you, and hurting you in a sense from being able to reach your dreams, because you're left feeling exhausted, and you're left feeling exhausted already. And so you're like, imagine if I worked in an office, I would really die. Imagine if I worked a normal job, I would really die. I would literally be dead. That's how you feel, because you already feel dead inside when you don't do that. And so Spirit's like, be mindful of everything around you. Everything around you. All the energy, all the people, all the things, all the senses, literally everything. And you have to understand what it is exactly that you want, and only shop for what you want. Don't mess around shopping for stuff you don't want. Don't mess around talking to people you don't want to bring into your life. It's like you entertain it because you're such a good person and you care and you're like, oh, maybe it's fine. But then in reality, you're texting about something that's dumb as hell and you're just drained and you're like, why did I even respond in the first place? It's like, you got to cut it off. Don't shop for things you don't want, because then your bank account is less and less and you didn't even want it. And so same thing, think about your energy. It's less and less and you didn't even want these text messages. You didn't want these conversations. You didn't want any of this. Spirit, is there anything else that you want to leave them with? One more shuffle. One more shuffle, Spirit. Anything else? That is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel. I really, really, really appreciate you. If you're interested, I do personal readings. I also do Reiki healing and I host spiritual retreats. My next retreat is in Hawaii in October and November of this year. And lastly, I'm also a personal trainer. I do online training. I have workouts on my website. So if you're ever interested in signing up for any of this, hit me up. I'll drop the link below. And you can also hit me up through email. I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.